Here are our two patio planters. The lobelia look really good right now. I'm thinking this camera is showing it more purple, but it looks actually very bright electric blue. The impatiens, I am learning, are definitely not my favorite. I kind of suspected that they weren't going to be, but they just always look a little rough. Here's the kind of small salad garden. I'm going to come pick some of these greens and harvest them tonight for some salads this week. But in here we just kind of have a random mix. I might pick some baby kale. It has a lot of pine needles in it. This one also has just been having a rough year, got hit with a lot of hail, and there was a dog that was in it, and just random other things. So the elephant ears are a little small, but they're pretty cute. The arugula and all of the lettuce varieties are doing really good. And then again, the lobelia in these two planters is just looking really beautiful. So here is the garden shed, and we have our two rhubarb plants. I've kind of stopped harvesting. It's just been really hot lately, and the one rhubarb over here went to seed, and then the dogs dug up one of the elephant ears that was in this little corner, but the other elephant ear looks really good. It needs some water for sure. And then we have a bleeding heart and a hosta over there. This elephant ear is looking really pretty as well. I just thought they'd be a fun big tropical plant. I think I need to give them a little bit more water so that they spread out a little bit. The lilies haven't started blooming yet. This hosta is still doing really good, hasn't really gotten any bigger. The irises are all done, and then we have this clematis that has some blooms on it. Those two up there, and then this one here. All right, so welcome to the vegetable garden. I feel like not much has changed, but at the same time a lot has changed. So here's kind of the status of the peppers. They seem to have been kind of coming back from the hail. They don't look too bad. Their leaves look slightly yellow. I'm not seeing any flowers yet. These are all beets. I've been trying to thin them as we go, but I've planted beets in between all of the peppers and kind of made like a little outline of it, just kind of an underplanting. Here is an amazel basil. We've already harvested a bunch from it and used it on our pizza and stuff. Like I've said in the other garden tours, we have these 4 trellis boxes with the 2 trellis attachments, and all of them have a row of spinach and some peas. I've been just trying to keep training as we go. They're pretty guided on their own. That's definitely the worst batch. This one's probably the best one. They did get quite hit with hail, but you can see that we have some flowers growing. So hopefully we'll have some peas here soon. I need to start keeping an eye on these. I feel like peas go by very quickly. And then we have some little spinach down here that I'll come and try to harvest. It'll be mainly baby spinach. So then if we come back over by the door, I trimmed down some of the tulips. I'm gonna try to let the other ones die back, so that's why it looks so insanely chaotic right now. But in between, you can kind of see we have some jalapenos. So hopefully those will get nice and hot for us. And then I just love this. This is my favorite little raised garden bed. We have a little bee water bath and butterfly bath, just so that they can kind of stop on these pebbles and get some water. Then we have a row of carrots, and those are all looking really nice. I pulled up one to thin it the other day, and it was just the smallest little carrot. It was adorable. And then we have some beans. Some of the leaves did get hit with hail quite a bit. This one definitely got the most damage, but it may come back. It looks like it's putting new leaves on, but I have 4 beans along here. And then these are daffodils, and I cut back a lot of the daffodil leaves in order to make some more room. Then we have some more peas coming up this. I don't think any of them have started flowering yet. Then we have some gomphrena, which is starting to bloom just now, but it's this insanely vibrant purple color. And all of those have little buds on them. And then in that back we have the Dreaming Peach hollyhock. So hopefully this will be a really pretty bed. Then in this bed we have tomatoes in between all of the daffodils. So I've staked up some with these bamboo stakes, and then I also have the tomato cages, and they're actually looking really good. This tomato's looking really happy, and I already twined him up to this bamboo just to kind of start training him to crawl up that. In this flower bed, it's really pretty. This flower bed hopefully will one day be really pretty. It's kind of looking boring right now, but we have this really fun trellis from Hobby Lobby that I got on sale, and underneath of it are mini pumpkins. So I did plant a bunch of mini pumpkins, but we've been having bad germination rates this year with all of our seeds, so only 3 of them came up. But my idea was that if I needed to, I could always thin them. And then over here I'm supposed to have bells of Ireland and delphiniums and lupines and just a bunch of beautiful flowers, and nothing is really doing anything right now, so maybe next year. In this bed over here we have some maroon and white alliums that are starting to bloom. The bees have been all over these this morning, which was a really fun experience. And then behind them we have zucchini plants, and this is really the only one that is coming in strong. We have a very, very small one right there, and then we have another one that just came up today, it seems like. And then again, some more flowers. Then in this bed we have some more tomatoes. So 2 more tomato cages, and then 1 is staked up in the back. And then these are just tulips that I'm kind of letting die back. All of our walking Egyptian onions are about to bloom. And then this is kind of the cool season vegetable bed that I tried planting earlier. The radishes, we only really got 3 radishes harvested before it got extremely hot here. So we have carrots that are still looking really good and are still growing. Then I had radishes behind them, and a lot of them went to seed. I'm letting this one flower just because I figure the pollinators will love it, and I really won't be too bent out of shape if I don't get it. Then we just have some auric and spinach and kale, and the kale's looking really good. So hopefully that'll be pretty fun to eat. And then in this little bed is another one of the flower beds, and you can kind of start seeing some color. We have some purple columbines that are starting to bloom, and this is a Cosmo, which looks really pink on camera, but it's supposed to be a dark purple, kind of like this one. And then we have some daisies that are starting to open, and then I see a bunch of flower buds on the sedum. So hopefully here soon this will kind of fill in and be a really pretty flower garden. And then we have another one of our bee feeders with some water, and then I found this at Menards, and it's just the cutest little bee house. So it's for mason bees. They're more of a natural bee, or a domestic bee, I mean. But they'll form their little homes in here, and then it says "Be our guest." Isn't that just so cute? So I just hung it up in here. I figured maybe it'll attract some more pollinators into the garden. Underneath of it we have some celery planted. This is a pink celery, which are all looking really good, but they haven't really seemed to grow much. But I did clip off a leaf that was pushed down, and just to try to kind of tidy this up and hopefully put some of that energy into growing the stalks. And I took a bite and it tasted exactly like celery, which was kind of exciting. And then we have 2 more little zucchinis over here that just came up, and then the cauliflower, which the cauliflower all looks pretty decent. Obviously the leaves look pretty rough from the hail, but I'm just kind of waiting for the cauliflower to actually start growing. So we haven't had any actual cauliflower growing on it yet, but I haven't ever grown cauliflower, so this is my first year, so I'm just trying to be patient, and maybe one day it will make some. This is kind of the embarrassment part of the garden, but we have a little pathway back to our raspberries, which I noticed were all pollinated. And if I can get this to focus on the little raspberries that are forming, isn't that going to be amazing? And this bush is covered in these little bundles of raspberries, so I'm really excited to get some of these harvested. That is just a good view. I love the garden. So the only thing I haven't shown you yet is the strawberry patch, and this is doing super good. I don't know if you guys can see that, but look at all of those red berries. Very excited. So I think what I'm going to do is I have a little strawberry porcelain bucket. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby, but I thought it'd be fun to harvest some strawberries in this. We're not getting very many each day, but we're getting a handful, and it's kind of just the perfect amount to snack on. I'm not going to be canning any of our strawberries. I'm sure we'd have plenty to do that with, but we use them a lot in just lunches and for snacks. So I'm just going to be picking, and we're just going to try to eat them throughout the week as we get them, especially since we have half of our patch maturing much faster than the other half of our patch. So we're gonna do that. And then I also bought a salad spinner, and if you do not have a salad spinner, you need to have one if you grow your own lettuce. It is so much easier to wash your own salad greens if you have one of these, and I think it was less than $20 on Amazon, so I'll link it down below. But mine just came in the mail because I've been trying to buy one with my Walmart grocery pickup, and they've been out of stock. So got one sent to my house, and it got here faster than my grocery pickup was. So highly recommend one of these. But I've seriously only made it in these few plants, and this is what I've gotten today, and they're just loaded. Like seriously guys, look at how many strawberries are on these. I'm going to leave these few just because they're not quite ripe, and I've noticed that they're fairly sour if I pick them too quickly, so I'm trying to be patient, but they're just, we just have so many on these in this little plant. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it with that. That'll be plenty for tonight. There are obviously still some bright, beautiful berries, but they're just not fully ripe yet. So I'm gonna try to leave them on at least one more day. I usually come out here and check in the morning and evening. So hopefully I'll be able to pick these when they're perfect. But for now, all of these look amazing. I wanted to show you how big this one is. That's like a real store-bought strawberry. Usually I feel like I'm used to picking strawberries this size from our own strawberry patches, but that's a pretty decent sized strawberry if you ask me. Okay, I have to show you the color of this oric. This is kind of the top of the leaf color, and then underneath it is this gorgeous purple, and it tastes just like spinach. And this is the plant here. I bought these from Baker Creek Seeds, but they look really beaten up, but the color is just phenomenal. Here are the salad greens. We got some arugula, oric, baby kale, spinach, lettuce, just a bunch of different things. We'll probably use these for burgers and chicken sandwiches and just different salads throughout the week. So, the other thing that I wanted to show you guys is that SIPSBY has a glow tea box, which are teas that are supposed to be really good for your skin. So, you know, for me, the summer is really busy, and so skincare is really important, and I'm kind of just really excited to try some of these. I tried one of these the other day, but I can't find it. I tried one of these the other day and it was great. So I'm really excited to try the rest of them. Alright, so that is all I have for you guys today. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can leave them down in the comment box below. I will be including a few of the links to some of the products that I showed you down in the description box, so feel free to go check those out. If you enjoyed this type of video, please give it a thumbs up. I really love harvest videos, and so that's why I wanted to try to do this. Hopefully once I have some more produce, I'll make some recipes in these videos as well. So let me know down in the comments if you have any recipes I should try with my garden produce, and if you'd be interested in those types of videos. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.